Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon, and we're going to talk about more Dungeons and Dragons and drama. Wizards of the Coast employees are very angry that Hasbro has not made a formal statement or has not done more in light of the overturning of Roe versus Wade. Now, I want to be clear, not getting overly political in this video. My opinion on the matter doesn't matter at all, but I'm trying to illustrate just why and how activist employees are raking their employers over the coals. Hasbro, a toy company, is not the moral authority, right? And yet Wizards of the Coast is expecting their corporate parent to make a statement and make all kinds of new rules for employees within days of the verdict being overturned. Roe versus Wade being overturned. I don't even know if the company has had time to act. I know other companies have, but they're not Hasbro. Again, thank God there's a toy company to tell us all what is and what is not just. But this shows exactly the kind of attitude that Wizards employees have. They demand activism. They demand it now. They want their employer to do what they want now. And if I were Hasbro, if this is an ongoing thing with this particular division where you have to constantly keep on your toes and constantly make them happy with political virtue signaling, I would probably look for a way to sell them off. I'd be like, yeah, it's not worth the hassle. But we all knew Wizards was a very political company. Again, this is the same Wizards of the Coast that's all like, orcs are racist now, and we're not gonna, we're gonna have Dungeons and Dragons and prom, and we're gonna dunk on old school D&D fans at every possible turn, while also simultaneously trying to milk old IP and also not telling the people involved in the creation of like Dragonlance and Forgotten Realms and Spelljammer that we're making new modules and adventures based on their works. I mean, Wizards is very political, and they're expecting Hasbro to be very political, even if Hasbro doesn't want to be. Maybe Hasbro just wants to make toys, and they want to, as a toy company, as a company producing toys for children, including preschool children, they might not want to weigh in on the abortion debate right now. Just a thought. They're going to be very careful how they approach this subject, but it's not good enough for Wizards. You have to do it now. Now, Hasbro, now. Make a statement now, or we're going to shame you publicly. I'd sell the division off if it were me. I would. I'd be like, you don't get to tell us what we have to do. We're working on it. We're thinking about it. Whatever. Maybe we don't even want to address it because it's a hot button topic right now, and there is no right answer that's going to make everybody happy. Anyway, before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, over 271,000 subs. Thank you so much for the support. We do talk about pop culture. We've talked a lot about Wizards of the Coast, the current owners of the Dungeons and Dragons IP, as well as Magic the Gathering. And this company is very political, shockingly political. I did not realize how bad it was until I started looking into playing D&D again with my kids, and I was kind of shocked at how this company has demonized pretty much everything that made old school D&D fun. It's basically now D&D 5e especially is for theater kids and Tumblr. But anyway, this is coming courtesy of Comic Book Resources. There is a multi-part thread out there on Twitter, and I have to give a hat tip to CCG. I think some other people sent it to me too. But again, this just shows, and not to get political, again, my own opinions don't matter, but I just want to show you that Wizards demands political action now. They want it right now. Can't wait a week to run our statement through some different checks and make sure that we're not rocking the boat too hard one way or the other, because we like all parents' money, all people's money. No, you have to give a statement right now. So WotC organizes walkout over Hasbro's lackluster SCOTUS Roe versus Wade ruling response. Employees at Wizards of the Coast established a statement attacking Hasbro's response to Roe v. Wade, dismantling to a new Wizards for Justice account. Guys, you got to get rid of your activist employees. You do. I mean, there's a time and a place for people to voice their opinions on, sensitive political and moral dilemmas. But demanding that your boss, a toy manufacturer, weigh in right now, not a good look, guys. Not a good look. Employees at Wizards of the Coast, famed for publishing tabletop games like D&D and Magic the Gathering, have staged a walkout in response to its parent company's lackluster answer to dismantling of Roe v. Wade. And we'll talk about that because people are like, where is their official response? I don't think they've had an official response. In a statement published to a brand new Twitter account, Wizards for Justice, employees attacked its parent company Hasbro for a poor response to the ramifications of the Supreme Court ruling. We as employees of Wizards of the Coast are frustrated, disappointed, and completely dissatisfied with Hasbro's out-of-touch, tone-deaf, and lackluster response to Friday's Supreme Court decision to overturn Roe v. Wade. Yes, it happened on Friday, and they probably took the weekend off. So we have Monday, Tuesday? Yes, because in 3 business days, Hasbro couldn't put together a response that made Wizards of the Coast happy. This decision that healthcare for marginalized individuals is a privilege based on location and means violates basic human rights. Once again, you work for a toy company, and you can feel however you want to feel. I'm not trying to sway your opinion. Hasbro is a toy company. If you think it's a toy company's job to tell people what they should think about abortion and abortion rights, you got to get your head checked. I mean, this is not, and they may release a statement. They might. They very well could. But absolutely ridiculous for them to demand a response right now. And, there have been rumors that Wizards is up for sale, that they're prepping Wizards for sale. Again, if it were me and my employees were demanding that we take a political stance, maybe we're working on it. Maybe we're going to try to be careful on how we phrase it. But if they demanded that we make a political statement right now or else, I'd tell them to not let the door hit them on the way out. That'd be like, you really do not get to tell us what we can and can't do, when it comes to this sort of thing, because we actually could cost the company a shit ton more money by taking a hard line on this very sensitive issue, right? So this is one of 11. Thread incoming. This decision that healthcare for marginalized individuals is a privilege based on location means violates basic human rights. They said, at a bare minimum, any ethical organization should be offering healthcare travel benefits, support, and a clear message of solidarity. They had 3 business days. Holy hell. So because they didn't do anything over the weekend, now they're being taken to task by their grateful employees. Such messaging only seeks to protect and validate those that seek to control and is the wrong direction for any organization with as diverse a customer base as ours. Again, yes, there is a diverse customer base and not everyone is going to agree with you on this particular subject. And Hasbro needs to be very careful that they don't alienate a large group of people or outright piss them off to make a handful of people on Twitter happy. I'm just saying they're probably going to be very careful with how they approach it. On Wednesday, June 29th, all employees are encouraged to take a day to reflect, to nurture their mental health and show solidarity that Hasbro will not. Decisions like this can cause suffering, and that this is what we ask on the same day that Hasbro leadership take time to reflect on that. Particularly how messaging like this violates and stands in the face of a diverse and inclusive workforce and creates yet another burden for already marginalized people. Look, Oh, God, they're totally going to sell this company. They're totally going to sell this company. We also ask that leadership understand that policy, opinions, and perspectives are not the same thing. And respecting the ability for people to have varying opinions does not equal lack of damage and harm. Equating opinions and ignoring this is a choice toward harm. So you're not allowed to say, we at Hasbro are a toy company and we're going to stay in our lane and stay out of a very sensitive debate and just make toys. No, 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 no. Because if you do that, you are literally overturning abortion rights yourself. Like Hasbro is literally involved in that, according to their employees at Wizard. What the hell? I would fire these people. I would. Additionally, we recommend that Hasbro acknowledge the disproportional impact this ruling has on marginalized people, fully disclose details on additional healthcare travel benefits, as many other companies have already done. Yes, some companies like Disney have come out and said, we will take care of it. We'll fly you wherever you need to go if you want to get that done. Whatever. But that's them. If they want to do that and they want to say that, that's them. That is their decision. Likewise, it's also Hasbro's decision to stay out of it. But we know how things are current year. And we know when you have a lot of activist employees that they're going to demand that you say this or say that or whatever. Now we can kind of see why these companies virtue signal so hard. It's not that they actually believe it. It's not that they actually want to get political. It's that they have employees at that company that demand they get political or they're going to walk out on you. This includes Wizards' representation in future conversations about healthcare benefits as a whole. We demand. Here's a radical notion. Hasbro shouldn't have a response to a SCOTUS ruling. I agree with that. They make kids' toys. Why would they have any interest? Because they employ human beings. Hasbro is a publicly traded company. And every decision they make is with shareholder profits as the focus. What else can you expect? Stay out of politics or go broke. WotC hasn't stayed out of politics for years, regardless of your opinions on sincerity or whatever. They've been pulling record numbers year after year. Well, they have been. I mean, to be fair, they have been, but they also had a critical role doing a lot of marketing for them. They also had the pandemic working to their benefit. People were stuck in their houses and they were going to play D&D and also Stranger Things, which weirdly enough, Stranger Things is advertising a version of Dungeons and Dragons that no longer exists. It's advertising old school D&D, and 5e is not old school D&D. So this is what got me. I can't seem to find any statement from Hasbro regarding the ruling to overturn Roe v. Wade. So I feel a bit out of the loop. Can anyone provide the context to what the OP is outraged about? Is it a lack of statement or is there anything concrete? The lack of statement is the issue. Other large companies have put out statements against the ruling, or at least a statement supporting those affected. Google, for instances of giving travel benefits. Well, yes, they did, and that's on them if they wanted to do that, but Hasbro does not have to do that. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. Again, if it were me, I would offload this company as soon as possible. Hasbro, it's the only way you're going to win. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.